Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury on the ArchieLuxury channel, and I'm going for a bit of a hard patch there, so just be aware of this. It's a very trying time for me this week. I've had the loss of a dear friend, and I've got a court case next week, and the other sad thing is I've got a really good friend of mine, Jimmy, and his father's actually quite sick, and his father was a major in the Australian Army, and his father, I've met his father a number of times. I really do like his dad. His dad's Graham. And they're quite a remarkable family. Jimmy's uncle was a federal politician, health minister in the 70s. So they're quite a amazing family. His father, Graham was actually a major in the Australian Army. He was born in 1932, so he's 86 now. Born in 1932, and he went through some of the horrific. He was there at many of the nuclear tests the British conducted in the 50s at Maralinga. So the amazing thing is he was an officer at the time. All his men are now all deceased through cancer and old age. So I got the call. I actually got the call when I went to pick up my Breitling and Tudor in Sydney. Jimmy rang me and said, "Oh, Dad's not well. He's gone into hospital. Things aren't looking good. He's he had prostate cancer, and then he's had some other ailments, which it's a rather sad situation." He's 86. He's had a good innings. He's led an amazing life. He was a major in the Australian Army, and then he worked at the World Bank for a long time, and he's travelled the world with his family, and he's done some amazing things. Then he retired, and he opened a little bookshop at Toowong. So he's had an interesting life there. He actually had an armed robbery at a bookstore. Can you believe this? He actually had an armed robbery, and then he decided to close the business. It's just a long, he's had a long, interesting life there. So Jimmy tells me his dad's not well, and I had a beautiful book. I found a beautiful book, which I think is just literally an amazing book. It's quite a huge book, and what it is, it's an ancient metal chest. Was found in a French farmhouse, a treasure trove of previously unknown candid photos of troops just out of the line, many gathering for the Battle of Somme. Nearly 4,000 glass photographic plates superbly restored. One of the most important First World War discoveries ever made. And I was so impressed. I actually found this book in a bookstore probably been 18 months ago. And I always know Jimmy was a bit of a war historian, and so I actually bought 2 copies, even though it was a bit expensive. I bought 2 copies. One copy to give to Jimmy, and the second copy for myself. And anyhow, I got the phone call from Jimmy, and I thought, hey, this is the perfect opportunity to give this book to his dad and to Jimmy. So I actually that's what I did. He's in his final stages of life, and I didn't want to disturb him or upset the peace. I just wanted to leave a gift, leave this book for him, because he was a major in the Australian Army, and he had a bookstore, so he must love books, and I think this is a superb book. So I gifted that to them. And as I say, I got 2 copies, one for me to keep and one for Jimmy and his dad. So anyhow, I left the book at the hospital, and then Jimmy rings me last night and says, "Hey, the book, are you really sure you want to give that book away, because it's an amazing book?" And I said, "Yes, Jimmy, it's okay. I actually bought 2 copies, one for my bookshelf and one for yourself and your dad. I knew you'd love it." So he actually had a good. He sent me a text message and said that, you know, he mentioned in the call that his dad knows about my my political activism with the railways and that there, and he knows about the upcoming trial that I'm facing. I don't want to talk about the upcoming trial, but his dad said to me, "You're really brave." He said, "My dad thinks you're a really brave guy." And I tell you what, it's a very humbling experience when a 96-year-old major, this is old school major, says to you that he's very proud of you. He thinks you're brave. That's true bravery. Does it get braver than that? Anyhow, I decided to write him a card. For, you know, always a bit of penmanship. This is one of my Jim Thompson cards. I have a few left. So I've decided to send him a letter. I think I'll read it. So this video here is called a letter to a soldier. So this is my card to Graham there. So I'm gonna leave this at the hospital, and I've got another little present for him, which I think he will love. This is a 1943. So this was printed during World War II. Britain at War, sort of like a propaganda book for during the war. So I've sent him a little note here. I said, "I'm so pleased you liked the book. It was so amazing that I bought 2 copies. One for myself and one for James and yourself. Please enjoy the attached 1943 book, Britain at War. This is a bygone era that needs to be remembered. The soldiers in these books are true heroes." Now, this is my personal note. "Dear Graham, thank you for your kind words. No, I am not a brave man. I never went to war for my country. I never fought in battle. I just stood up for the truth. You served Australia proud. Men like you are the reason I can take a stand without fear. So I think I'll give that to James for his dad, Graham Douglas.
Okay.
Hi guys. A fan of mine has been inspired to start a wristwatch series of his own. Bitter Poet Madman. That's the name of his channel. And the show is called It's Complicated. That's right, it's complicated. It looks like he has some nice examples. I saw he has a Rolex. He recently just got an Omega. He talks watch accessories, does reviews, unboxings, and talks about new and pre-owned wristwatches. Again, the channel name is Bitter Poet Madman. Bitter Poet Madman. So why don't you fuckers let that fucker know what you think of that? Bitter Poet Madman channel.
Hey yo, I'm Bitter Poet Madman, the host of It's Complicated, a wristwatch series. We talk about luxury watches, we talk about affordable watches, we're going to review those watches, we're going to talk about the watch market in general. I'm going to tell you how to get good bargains, I'm going to show you how to find good watches used, I'm going to show you how to find affordable watches new, and how to save money on that grail piece that you're looking at.
Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, ArchieLuxury channel, Paul Pluta channel, and my good friend Tanzillin, answering super chats. It's not about the money. It's not about the money. I feel like I'm doing my passion. Tanzillin, simply the best. And he's got another one for you here. How's this? It's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's my passion. Shitling on time. Simply the best. Now guys, I gotta tell you, I struggle to survive full-time on YouTube. Please look in the description below for 10 ways you can keep me full-time on YouTube. Guys, I really need your help. Please consider getting a paid video review. I'll do a review on any watch, any question you want. Guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. You can sponsor me for as little as $1 a month. $1 a month, and that just keeps me going on full-time on YouTube. Guys, you could also, I do phone calls. You can talk to me for an hour on the phone, Skype or WhatsApp, for $50 US. Guys, I really do need your help to stay full-time. Men cannot survive on Google Ads alone. Please help me. Please help me stay full-time on YouTube. And guys, don't forget that it's not about the money. It's my passion. Shitling on time. Simply the best. Tanzillin, thank you. That's a sponsored bit from Tanzillin. I can do that for $150 a month if you email me directly. Look below for my email address, guys.